So I joined the Scarborough Junior Football Club as the Auskick Coordinator at the start of the 2013 season. One of the things that struck me immediately was the lack of systems and processes within the club environment. While Scarborough Junior Football Club is a well-run club, from my perspective, I could see that the lack of systems and processes mean the volunteers themselves are doing more than they should ultimately need to do so, particularly in this IT world we live in. And also, there's leads to issues around sustainability in the future, deputies' handovers, retrieving old information, those sorts of things. The other thing that surprised me is when I came to use the Sporting Pulse system, was that it felt quite dated and limited in its functionality, particularly even around the email communicator system on there. And the inability to use attachments at the time was a pretty big limitation. So when the club decided it would implement TidyClub in mid-2013, I decided I'd volunteered for the task, and my immediate impressions of the system were that it was very intuitive, obviously very modern in its interface, and very simple to use. It was also clearly designed by someone that knew the issues around club management. So first task was to import the data. This was pretty straightforward. Took the data out of Sporting Pulse, made sure it was in the right format, and TidyClub had the nice feature that I could automatically send the members into various groups that I'd created. The group functionality itself within TidyClub is, it's very flexible, so the one member can be part of multiple groups, which makes it easy to target your communications, etc. So for the 2013 season, used the email system primarily as a starting point, and found that it's had a great text editor, it's pre-configured formatting, the ability to make attachments meant that the whole club communications improved in professionalism almost immediately. For the 2014 season, we then set up online registrations for the Auskick Juniors, Junior Girls and Youth competitions. To do this, identified a number of custom fields that we wanted, things like short sizes, shirt sizes, those sorts of things, information we wanted up front to make the start off of the season as smooth as possible. The custom fields functionality was also really good, simple to use, create your own drop downs, etc. Without any hassles. And although we didn't make online registration compulsory, we had about 40% uptake in 2014, which we were really happy with. Then the other main feature that we used in 2014 was events. We were having a social event for parents, a limited number of tickets, and almost in a matter of minutes we were able to create the event in TidyClub, email it out to the parent base, and within a couple of days we had the majority of the tickets sold. So big benefit for the social coordinator is she was able to see exactly how many tickets were sold at any point in time and who bought them, which meant she knew who she could target if she needed to sell a few more tickets. But most importantly, overall, using the events functionality took almost all the effort out of marketing an event, handling the cash, chasing the money, those sort of things. So we're really happy with the events functionality too. And so as we go into the 2015 season, we've just started using the meeting functionality. Again, the intuitiveness of the system has really shone through. I only needed to give the new secretary a quick lesson, and she was able to create the meetings, do the minutes, got tasks, etc. So I think this is a core feature which will ultimately drive the professionalism of the club, bring a bit more discipline to meetings, and ultimately become a bit more task orientated, as well as really assisting with sustainability by having the history of meetings, decisions, etc. available for anyone in the committee who's a member of the group that can see those the meeting minutes, etc. Even a year or two down the track. So that's the point we're at with TidyClub at the moment. The next things we're looking forward to is the MailChimp integration, so we can start running our newsletters. Again, means we can should be able to maintain a single database of members for our communications, whilst using the advanced functionality of MailChimp. So looking forward to that. Also understand that TidyClub has an e-store in development, which is a feature we're really looking forward to. I think this will be a way to really drive our merchandise sales through the club, which is great for supporters and also great for the club itself. Other things, features that Isaac talked about, such as cloud storage and zero integration. I think once we've got those things, TidyClub really does become a management system for every aspect of club management. So on top of all that, I guess our wish list at some point would be integration with Sporting Pulse, so that we can have the one source of truth in terms of data, with Sporting Pulse managing the game day, the stats and all those fixtures, features and stuff, and continue to use the TidyClub for the club management side. So overall, been extremely happy with TidyClub. The support has been exceptional throughout. We were one of the early adopters for junior club registrations, which threw up a few items that Isaac and the team hadn't thought about, but they were able to quickly respond and adapt and adapt the product to meet our needs, which was really good. And throughout, the response has always been extremely helpful. So, I personally couldn't recommend it highly enough, and really look forward to the new features being rolled out over time, so that club management from a volunteer perspective can get easier, and the experience for the members themselves will also improve through better access to information, communications, e-stores, all those sorts of things. Great. Thanks for your time.